What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. A little live before the lock on our normal time on Monday. I'm beneath about 2 feet of snow. I spent most of my day shoveling today. Well, not most of my day. We spent some time shoveling. I'll show you what we're cooking with today. For those that are unfamiliar, this should be a sponsored ad read right here. This I Keep It. Is that what it's called? I Keep It. Yeah. A little back massage, a little heat to it. We're having fun. We're having fun. We've got like a weird live before lock tonight because you see, we only have 3 games tonight, which makes it a little tricky to dive into the whole game week. I'm going to do my best for you. We'll go into some of the projections. Who do we got in these streets? All right, we got the Travel Addict guy. Good to see you. Jay Blaze in the house. Let's go. Welcome's here. It's CD Beats. We got a Galactic. Vuvuzelas is here. DJP. Who else we got? Yeah, it's cardigan season. It is cardigan season. Where did you steal that? No. I did not steal that. Not from Giannis, but that's good though. It was a great gift. It was a great gift for my wife. Let's go. Let's like the stream. Let's subscribe to the channel. I'll say channels because we're both on the So Rare channel and on Elite Fantasy Sports. And then put hashtag snow into the chat. Hashtag Schno. We got Cassie up in here, Victor. We got Akmal. Yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a good start to the week. I'm going to get out of in front of this right now and just encourage you guys to subscribe to Bagel with Locks if you haven't done so already. We had a nice little breakdown of the slate. I think this is useful, especially if you are a Euro on Monday and Friday. And you don't want to stay up super late. If you don't want to stay up super late, go subscribe to this. You get a little bit of a breakdown as well. So go subscribe to the Substack as we're just about to surpass 200 subs over there, which is pretty sick. So go check that out. And yeah, if it's your first time joining us, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, do all the things. So we've got 3 games tonight, and we've got a couple of cheat codes we're going to have to talk about. We've got DeJounte Murray returning to basketball action. We've got the king, Alondes Williams, all of a sudden hooping for the Wizards. I'm going to do my best to try to talk through some of these tanking situations too, because that is, man, it's just so hard to figure out. But we'll start with tonight's 3-game slate. We'll look at the rest of the game week, the schedule, and then we'll go from there, all right? Does that sound good? Let's do it. Let's go over to the worldwide leader on ESPN here to look at tonight's action. So tonight, this is the game of the night here. The Spurs and the Pistons. You see Detroit here is favored by 1.5 over the San Antonio Spurs. 2 teams on some win streaks over here. Spurs are pretty healthy on San Antonio's side of things. They're without Stanley Moody, Mason Plumdog, and David Johns Garcia, but everybody else is ready to go. So nothing to note there. Pistons are still without Beef Stew. He's still suspended for a few more games, but Jalen Duren is back. There's nothing really whatever. You play the guys that are good here, right? There's no cheat codes in this one. Kings and Grizzlies is where it starts to get freaky deaky. I don't really know what to do here with this shit. I don't know what to do with the Kings and the Grizzlies. So both of these teams aggressively trying to lose. San Antonio doing a little bit better than Memphis at losing. If you've seen, Sacramento, excuse me. Sacramento has lost not one, not two, but 16 straight games. The Grizzlies also still losing quite a bit. The Kings actually have the worst record in basketball. So that's hilarious. So yeah, I like they DeAndre Hunter is out for the season. Sabonis is out for the season. You have Zach LaVine is out for the season. Dylan Cardwell is out. Like they're missing a ton of guys. And I think if we just looked at the box score, and I've been thinking about it a little bit more throughout the day, right? So I watched the ETR show and read up a little bit more. So Doug Christie, after that game that they just played, right? Who did they just play? I think they just played the Spurs, right? And Doug Christie said they were trying to win that game. And I think this one against Memphis, a team that is also trying, like this is more tanking appropriate than say what they were doing with Sacramento against San Antonio. So I wonder. We saw DeRozan play 36 minutes, I think it was. We saw Russ still only play 20. Russ is unplayable. We saw Malik Monk play 27 minutes. I kind of think we're not going to see a lot of DeRozan. I think we're not going to see a lot of Malik Monk. And I think we also got Devin Carter, who was a late downgrade. So I don't know if Devin Carter is going to play. I think this is a nice boost to guys like Nick Clifford, Maxime René, and then Keegan Murray. I think those are the three Kings that I would be most interested in, my three Kings. I'd be most interested in. Memphis, another tricky situation. Ty Jerome and Scottie Pippen. I thought Scottie Pippen Jr. was going to get suspended. He only got fined $35,000 after that incident with Myron Gardner. So he's available. Ty Jerome was a late downgrade in this one, which kind of messes things up a little bit. Although I will say they kind of, I don't know, man. They are like, they're all playing like 20 minutes regardless of who's available, right? So the Grizzlies are without Brandon Clark, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Zach Edey, John Morant, Cedric Howard, Santi Aldama. Kyle Anderson is questionable. So like on paper, Gigi Jackson should be in a great spot here. I don't know what to do with it, man. Olivier Maxime Prosper is another guy. That's another name you could throw out there. I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys, Maxime René. Je m'appelle Michel, je ne parle pas français, je suis désolé. Oh, excuse me, je suis désolé, je ne parle pas français. Il est, où est la toilette? Quelle est-il? Ferme les bouches. How about that? How about that, huh? How about that? You dickheads. Let's do a mental health check. Let's do one of those. Let's do one. Actually, let's do this instead. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? Yeah. Très bien. I know. You guys try to be haters, but deep down you're lovers. For Memphis, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I don't think anybody's a good play in Memphis. Walking in Memphis. I think Olivier Maxime Prosper. I think Gigi Jackson, but again, they're all playing like 25 minutes, man. I don't know what to do. Wow, look at Stan. Stan dropping the big bucks. Aaron asked about Jalen Wells. Yeah, I mean, like, Wells' cap is low enough, I think, that we can... let's save that one. I think you can play Wells, but Wells just kind of sucks, man. But his cap is below 20. I think you can play him in contender. I don't think we do champions. In 2 Saturdays, you'll be drinking La Barrague at the Hotel Bar in California. I'm ready, dude. I'm so ready, man. I'm so ready to get back to Cali. All right, let's keep going. The last game of the night, the H-Town Houston Rockets are taking on the Utah Jazz, and this is a little bit challenging because the Jazz here, and I'll do a quick refresh on my old injury page. The Jazz here have listed Keontae George as questionable, okay? Yusuf Nurkic went under the knife. He's done for the season. He got a nose job. Not a bit. He's getting surgery on his nose so he can breathe a little bit better, which, like, respect that. So no Nurk, no Kessler, no Triple J. We have a Q tag on Kiki and probable tag on Lowry. Now, both of those guys, I think if they play, they're capped at like 26 minutes. I don't think we're going to see a lot of them. However, if you wanted to make a big case for one of these guys, you could say that maybe they get full minutes because they don't have to try to tank to beat Houston. However, if you want to go the other side of that, Houston has been sucking at basketball. So maybe they do still need to tank to suck. I mean to lose to them. I don't really know. I think Keontae and Lowry both being if they're both available is a slight downgrade to Isaiah Collier. I think Kyle Filipowski, the groomed, it seems like he's still going to start with no Yusuf Nurkic. Filipowski has, he doesn't have blowout risk, so I think he should get full minutes anyways. But a lot of guesswork there. Houston, just a couple of coach speak things here from Ime Udoka. Obviously, pretty pissed off with how the offense has been. I mean, it's time to look at the man in the mirror. Shout out Michael Jackson. I mean, whatever. But maybe look at the man in the mirror. You're the one calling the shots here. I would suspect this is maybe for daily more so than the full week. We'll look at the rest of the schedule. I kind of think somebody like Reed Shepherd gets a chance to cook here tonight. This is a great matchup. Terrible defense here. Maybe they give him a little bit. They've just been so bad on the offensive end. Maybe they let him run a little bit more. So I'm a little bit I would rank my Rockets just by straight fantasy points. I'd rank them Şengün, Amen. Then I would go KD followed by Tari and Jabari, and then at the end I'd put Reed. But Reed from a value perspective, I'm kind of interested in. Okay, so that's tonight. That's just tonight. Only 3 games. Let's quickly go through the rest of the week just to see what we're working with here. I'll do my best to keep track of who's playing on what days. The good news is tonight nobody's on a back-to-back, and tomorrow nobody's on the back end of a back-to-back, I believe, right? So we've got the 76ers and the Pacers tomorrow. We saw the Pacers play. Siakam, Nembhard, all of those guys played. Neesmith's going to miss another week, but I suspect we'll see Spicy P and Nemby in this game. Joel Embiid already questionable. He's missed the last few games. Questionable for tonight. Philly already lined up -6.5. I think there's no need to play Embiid in this one. Wizards and the Hawks. Woof. Hawks are favored by 12.5, but that does bring to light Alondas Williams. We'll talk more about the Wizards when we look at projections. I don't think we have to go too deep. Now, Mavericks and the Nets. Cooper Flag has already been ruled out. Thunder and the Raptors. Thunder only favored by 1.5. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. OKC only favored by 1.5. I know they're on the road. They just beat Cleveland without all their guys. 1.5. I don't know. Anyways, no SGA. He's going to miss 2 more games, it sounds like. No J-Dub. He's going to miss a full another week. AJ Mitchell's going to miss a couple more games. Should have Chet. I know Isaiah Hartenstein I'm not sure about. So we'll have to, I don't know. I don't have a good read on OKC. Toronto, Scotty Barnes is off the injury report. Jakob Poeltl has already been ruled out in this one. Then we've got the Bing Bong Boys against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That'll be a fun game tomorrow night. Charlotte and Chicago. Man, Charlotte getting to play Washington. LaMelo, fire up your LaMelos again. Charlotte favored by 7.5. He should go nuts in this spot. Brandon Miller would do for a ceiling game from him. On Chicago, Giddey playing both games of back-to-back is a good sign. Anthony Simons has already been ruled out, so he's not going to play in this one on Tuesday. The Miami Heat and the Bucks, still no Giannis. Warriors, I suspect, will still be without Stephen Curry. Kristaps Porzingis is going to miss both games this week. They're on the road against New Orleans. Then you get the Beantown Boys against the Phoenix Suns. We know the Suns are going to be without Booker. They're going to be without Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks. I will say, Jalen Green's minutes seem to have been ramped up here. I was surprised he played. So he played like 36 minutes in that double overtime game against Orlando. Then he turned around and played the back-to-back against the Clippers yesterday. Was bad, but that's a good sign. I think he'll be fun against Boston here. Timberwolves against the Trailblazers. Minnesota coming off that pretty embarrassing loss last night to Philly. Joan Behringer was out there, didn't do too much, but you should get Naz Reid back. Rudy Gobert was serving a 1-game suspension. They should be in a much better spot. One thing I will note, Denny Avdia left last night's game. Well, he started last night's game, played 59 seconds, was taken out, did not return. I would bet, because I think he could probably play in this game. I think they're going to sit him this game week. So I wouldn't go to Denny. I'm not really sure where we are at Shaedon Sharpe yet, But I would imagine Denny's out. I would boost up your Drew Holidays, your Kling Kongs, and all that stuff. And then Magic and the Lakers. That's the last game that night. All right, let's get to Wednesday. Yeah, Goodwin is also out too. Hey, listen, if you want to play a guy that like spends time on the treadmill, fire up your Ryan Dunn. I don't know what kind of he's like Tony, he's a young Snell. I'm not interested in Ryan Dunn. You could do it if you want to. I'm sure he'll project okay. I don't think we need it. Okay, Thursday, maybe this is OKC is going to rest some guys in Toronto because they want to play Detroit on ESPN. We'll have OKC on a back-to-back against Detroit. We'll have the Spurs taking on the Raptors on a back-to-back. So Toronto and Detroit both on back-to-backs. The Warriors will be on a back-to-back on the road against Memphis. Again, no Porzingis. Rockets and Kings. Then you'll have the Cavs and Bucks both on back-to-backs. And then the last ESPN game that night will be the Celtics and the Nuggets. So far, just about every team has 2 games that game week. Charlotte's second game will be against the Pacers. That'll be their second game. Same thing for Heat and the 76ers. Same thing for the Wizards and the Hawks. So your Hawks get to play Washington in 2 consecutive games. That's pretty fun. The Spurs, their third game this game week will be against the Brooklyn Nets. The Rockets' third game this game week will be against the Orlando Magic. Trailblazers will get the Bulls. Light the beam, maybe their third game this game week will be against Dallas. I imagine we'll get no Cooper Flag in that one either. Lakers and Suns, Pellies and Jazz, Timberwolves on a back-to-back against the Los Angeles Clippers. You're asking for Trey Murphy news. The thing I would say about Trey Murphy is, chicken frig nose ball. The thing I would say about the Trey Murphy situation, he was not at practice today. Did not practice today. I'm just going to quickly run through some of the other injury stuff, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Trey Murphy just got ruled out. Trey Murphy is going to be out. DeJounte Murray is going to be in. Here we go. I fucking knew it, dude. Chet Holmgren is questionable tomorrow. All right, you saw that happen in real time. I don't know if you care about that, but that line of Toronto only, like that 1.5 screamed craziness. Okay, we got a bunch of news. Siakam is doubtful for tomorrow. So I just was saying they were playing their guys full. Nemba questionable. Siakam doubtful. Chet is questionable. Gafford is questionable. Kuminga might make his debut for Atlanta. All right, and I think that catches us up. Wow. Okay, that was a bunch of late news there. That was pretty fun. Let's remind the people here. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put a hashtag snow into the chitty chatty, and that will give you an opportunity to win an in-season limited tier card. And then we'll go from there. I got to check in on my underdog to make sure that hasn't filled up yet. All right, we still got a little bit of time. Damn, a lot of the value plays might be out. Holmgren would have been huge, yeah. Jay. Now all of a sudden, Jay Will becomes kind of intriguing, right? But and it's a lot of guesswork, though. I mean, we've seen these guys play through Q tags before, right? Let's go over to our friends at Top Tier Projections. Let's get through some of these projections. We'll probably cap today's show at an hour, only because, again, we only have 3 games, so we're not going to be getting a ton of news outside of starting lineups and like Ty Jerome and Keontae George's availability. Let me do a quick hard refresh just to make sure we're dealing with our most up-to-date stuff. Let's do L, less than or equal to 20. Let's apply that ish. And let's just do it by projection. So I mentioned Jalen Green. He's really screaming here. Cap at 19, the projection at 38. Devin Carter, 3 games this game week. This is banking on him playing all 3 of them. I suspect we get 2 out of them. I don't think Devin Carter's going to play tonight. He's going to cap a 17 with the projection at 36. Tristan Vukovic, cap a 14 with the projection at 32. Shout out to Vuki because Vuki got himself a payday. That's pretty exciting. I don't think he's on a minute restriction, man. We haven't been seeing him play full minutes, so I would just keep that in mind. I would lower this projection down a couple of points. He's been living off of steals and blocks. That's how he's been getting by, but whatever. Devin Vassell here, you've seen his minutes shrink a little bit, and so his cap has come down too. He's got a cap of 19 with the projection of 29. Scoot. Scoot Henderson has a cap of 20 with the projection of 29. He's been hooping. But look at my boy, Alondas Williams. So Washington has, you know what? Everybody's been so mad at the Pacers and at the Jazz and the Kings for tanking, right? Washington, meanwhile, has been running out dog doo for the last couple of weeks, and nobody says a damn thing because, honestly, if you rank the types of pieces of shit in Washington, the tanking that the Wizards are doing, much different than what's happening in our nation's capital. But one benefit here that we can kind of take advantage of, and we've seen it, right? Like Keyshawn George, Bilal Coulibaly, Trey Johnson, all of these guys end up getting ruled in, right? And then they start the game, and I think it scares people off some other plays. They end up only playing somewhere between 15 and 19 minutes. So because of that, I think you lean into some of these bench guys like a Sharif Cooper, Anthony Gill, especially with no Alex Sarr. Anthony Gill's been playing a little bit more. Alondis Williams, like we were talking about. Will Riley, like I'd rather focus on those Wizards who, granted, bad at basketball, but low caps and are probably going to play high minutes. So Alondis, I was actually playing him on Underdog last night or 2 nights ago, whenever that was. I will be playing a ton of Alondis Williams this game week. He's got a cap of 0, and he projects for 29. Wizards only have one game that makes me nervous, but even with a cap of 0, he doesn't have to do too much. Isaac Okoro down here. Borland had mentioned Jalen Wells, cap of 19 with a projection of 27. Quentin Poe's been getting a little bit of run here for the Warriors. Warriors on a back-to-back, so we know Porzingis isn't going to play. Draymond sat this most recent game. Maybe he sits one of the two. We know Al Horford won't play the back-to-back, so I think you can have some fun there. Yeah, bad step mentioned Jaden Hardy too. Yabusele, he got back into the starting lineup here. He's got a cap of 12 with a projection of 26.5. Yegor Damon, you mentioned Ryan Dunn. He projects really well. I'm just telling you he's bad at basketball. And then the other cheat code, DeJounte Murray making his return to hoop, and he's got a cap of 0 with a projection of 24.5. He's coming off an Achilles tear. You can guarantee our boy's not going to be playing full minutes, right? So I wouldn't go too nuts with DeJounte. He feels like more of a, what's it called? More of like a contender play, I think, than a champion play. At least for me. So that is I have this sorted by projection, right? Let's just sort by value. By value, it's Williams, it's DeJounte, it's Jalen Green, then the car. So Rob Dillingham, he's been really bad, man. I know Simons got ruled out, but with Giddey back, Trey Jones, Colin Sexton, I don't really love it. Javon Carter's been playing a little bit, but because of all the other value, Taylor Hendricks, like depending on what Memphis rolls out for a starting lineup, could be kind of fun. There's your guy, Big Dick Nick Rich down there, but no thanks. Let's go to straight projections here. Wembanyama leading the way. Cap of 47 with the projection 65. Jalen Johnson projects as the next best MVP ahead of Luka. Now, Atlanta's probably just like not good enough to blow teams out and get the Washington Wizards on 2 games, so that's part of the reason why. Luka's right behind him. You see Jokic only projects for 57.9. He's 4th in MVP here. That's because he only has 1 game. It's against Boston, though. I mean, like, if you have Jokic, you're playing Jokic. It goes Spider K, Maxi Şengün, Hard-On, Ant-Man, JB, Trey Murphy's down there, but we already know that's been knocked down to 1 game. LaMelo, I really like the matchups against Chicago for LaMelo. And then you see Ahmed KD. If we just sort by, like, straight value, Donovan Mitchell, I don't think I realized Donovan Mitchell's cap was so low. Is this because of the All-Star shit? Is that why Donovan Mitchell's cap is that low? Is this All-Star related because they counted that? Great question by Markerins. Says, who do you trust more, Alondis or DeJounte? I think I trust DeJounte. I think I trust Alondis Williams a little bit more because that makes more sense. Also, real quick on this All-Star thing, that's a massive oversight. That really is. That's like a massive oversight. And I know we're on the Sorare channel, nothing but love for So Rare, but their initial response was to make it seem like it was done intentionally, right? Their initial response was like, well, we never said it wasn't going to count. And then they came out and said, oh, yeah, just share. First of all, just own the mistake right away. Just do that. But what I think they probably like, oh, it's a one-time thing. It messes up like the next 4 game weeks because you're taking guys who have caps that are all 40 and higher, right? They're all these all-stars, and they all count them as 1 game. And so, like, you have a guy with a cap of 40 puts up a 5 or something, like Denny's cap. All of those guys. It's just it's so dumb. It's so dumb they couldn't figure it out. We're not getting into questions yet, so stand down just for a second on that. I know some of you guys are throwing that in there. Let's go back over here just for a second. But yeah, anyways, DeJounte, Jalen Johnson really popping too. Man, the spite, like, it almost makes me need to go buy, like, a Donovan Mitchell. Like, what are the prices? What are the prices here on this Donovan Mitchell? Because what I want to do here in a second is start doing some of my own building. I just want to show you what some of these teams are looking like because I think this is going to be one of the higher scoring game weeks this game week that we've seen in a while, just because again of that screw up. Now, I guess if you want to go glass half full on the little screwy uppy, the good news here is maybe a lot of these streaks end up continuing, right? Yeah, the LK says perfect timing those streak 4 and 5 of the full All-Star lineup. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean it is if you're capsule. I guess it is favorable, but it's just like I don't know. I guess I would rather them just do a good job. Right. That's right, Shockwave. They didn't. They didn't. And they shouldn't because it's again, they were doing it's scrimmages. But all right, let's go into I tell you what, I'll do questions. I'll do questions first, and then I'll build my lineups here in a second. All right, start firing them in. The first question I'm going to read is Bjorn. Bjorn says, "Who do you play instead of Chet at 25? Is Queen the best option?" Yeah, probably. I think Queen is pretty solid. Queen is pretty solid with no Trey Murphy. Let's less than or equal to 25. This shit was Chet's cap 25. Is that why? God, man. See the whatever. PJ Washington projects really well. Actually, Maxime René, I really like him. Maxime would be my favorite play. I would take Maxime over Queen, but you can see it goes Maxime, Fox, Jalen Green, Norman Powell, Carter, Queen. So Queen's not far off from the rest of these guys, but if you have opportunities to play Maxime, I'd rather play him. PJ Washington, I think, is a little thin, but I get it if you want to do it. If you want to do it, I get it. All right, what else do we have here? We've got let's see. All right, yeah, people saying it's good for us. It's fun to put Tyrese, KD, Bryant. Yeah, sure. It's great. It's great. Ingram or Durant? I think they're pretty close. I would go Durant here. They have 3 games this game week, right? So, like, if you look at Durant, he projects for 47. God, his cap is 29. Jesus Christ. Ingram, yeah, I would take Durant because you get the third game. Even if Durant sits a game, whatever. Scotty Barnes returning, so there's that. Is Denny? No, I don't. So, Quentin, I don't know if we're going to get this news in time. I suspect Denny is going to sit the next couple of days. I think they're going to try to get him right. So I would not trust Denny. I would not trust Denny. Luka, JJ, or Jokic for MVP. I think Jokic will go nuts in his one game. I think I would rank them. Luke, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to play Jalen Johnson ahead of guys like Luka and Jokic. So I think I would go Luka, then maybe JJ, then Jokic. JJ, Frankie, JJ. Anybody know that reference? Does anybody know that reference? You win nothing if you do. For tonight, rank them. You just listed all of the Grizzlies and a Jazz. I would rank them: Gigi Jackson, OMP, then Cam Spencer. No. I'd rank them: Gigi, OMP, Jalen Wells, Cam Spencer, Vince Williams. Okay, you can build dope lineups for this week. But yeah, you can. What's the best 26 cap? Okay, we can look at the best 26 here. Let's see. It's going to be a lot of the same guys, I think. Like Chet, Jalen Duren pops, and then it's all the same guys. I don't think I'd go to Pajemski. I would rank them Duren, Renault, PJ, Fox, Green, then Jalen. Yeah, Fox, Green, and then Pajemski maybe. And then Pajemski. But Jalen Duren's pretty nice there. Jalen Duren is pretty nice. No, I'm not playing Russell Westbrook at all. Not playing Russell Westbrook at all. Who's tagging me in the Discord? There you go, Mr. Speed. I gave you, shut up, Mr. Speed. Gave you some money. Let's see. Let's make fun of Mr. Speed. Let's make fun of Mr. Speed in the Discord. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm going to do right now. Hopefully this is a nice distraction. We'll do something a little bit different here. Let's do, how does this look okay? What does that look like for you guys? What does that look like for you guys? Okay. Let's see. Ready? Let's do this together. You're welcome, Mr. Speed. I know how hard it is for you to win money playing this game. Happy to give back. There we go. How about that? Let's see how that goes over. Let's see how Mr. Speed reacts to it. Did he give us a laugh? No, Daniel gave us a laugh. Let's see how. Oh yeah, the laughs are coming in now. Mr. Speed gave us a laugh. All right, we're back. See, that's how it's done, baby. That's how the sausage gets made. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Bad Step saying Jokic, Cat, Klingon, Jalen Green, good enough. Yeah, I think that gets you to 250. Travel Addict guys running out. Shengun, Duran, Spider, Brown, and Pajemski. Pajemski makes me nervous, but I think you do it. I think you do Pajemski. I think that's fine. I think the pod god is fine. I think the pod god is fine. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. No, yeah, I don't think you can play Russell Westbrook. Sorry, I might have answered this already, DJP. I don't think you can play Russ tonight. I think his minutes are capped at like 20. He hasn't even been efficient with the minutes, so I don't know. CD said you got 318 points this week, which is enough for streak 5 and didn't finish in the money. Yes. Crazy. Scores are crazy. Who do you trust with a cap of 12? I'd rank them Anthony Gill, Yabusele, and Big Will Rich. Richard comes in third there. Wells or Vassell? Honestly, man, it's crazy because I'm such a Devin Vassell believer, but I think it is Jalen Wells here. Vassell projects for 30, right? But Wells projects for 27.7. I just think there's a little bit more upside with Jalen Wells. The Spurs are trying to win games. Their minutes are being limited. Not limited, but like the Spurs just got sneaky deep here, man. Galactic, I think it's going to be like most of the same dudes we just did here. It's going to be a lot of the same guys that we were looking at. So when we looked at less than or equal to 20, you're going to see a lot of the same names. But let's take off the 19. Yeah, so Devin Carter. But again, I have a lot of risk in Carter and Vucevic. Honestly, I would rank these: Alondas Williams, Vucevic, Yabusele, then Devin Carter, then Quentin Post, Ryan Dunn, DeJounte Murray. I really like Olivier Maxence Prosper if he's going to play. Hope that is helpful. Still waiting for OMP to officially get ruled in, though. Yeah, Ahmed Thompson and hashtag hard on. Yeah, we can go look at these fellas. Ahmed Thompson here projects for 47.5. Harden projects through the moon. I'm a little skeptical of 51.2. That's actually not that crazy. 51.2 for Harden. I think that came down a little bit. You looking for Scotty Barnes? Yeah, Scotty Barnes here has a cap of 34 with a projection of 44.6. Hold on. I got to do, while we're still answering these questions here, I got to double check two things quickly here. I need to see where we're at with two things. So nothing since the Trey Murphy news. What's this underdog contest at 75? Okay. I got 10 more entrants to do before that fills up. All right, let me get back to life, back to reality. It's hard to sign a play because Chet is probably out. Well, I wouldn't say... I don't know if he's probably out, but I do think you could play him. He's going to cap at 22, the projection at 23. I think if Chet is ruled out, he moves to like a projection of 30 maybe. Jalen Williams, on the other hand, let's look at him. He's going to cap at 25. Yeah, you can do it. You can play Hartenstein, but I don't think I would do it. How about nearly 40-year-old Kevin Durant playing in the 2028 Olympics? Listen, man, good for him. Love it. I think I would go Luka over Jokic, but it makes me feel bad. Bane or Hero? I think I would go Bane just because the minutes are a little bit safer. Bane here projects for 39.3. Hero projects for 36.6. But yeah, just the minutes floor in Bane, at least for one more week, we can do it. Dorian Finney-Smith kind of sucks, so it's hard to play him bad step, but he's got a cap of 8, projection of 14.3. You can throw it in a contender if you want. All right, Dust Bowl says, I'm on level 4 contender, streak for $50 and 200 the next level, level 3 quick play, and level 2 champ. What should I prioritize? Whatever gives you the most money, I think. I think it's going to be so high scoring, right? I probably contender. I think I would go contender there. Best 33, not named Spida. Is Maxi 34? What's the, let's see, less or equal to 33. You got Donovan. Oh, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's cap is 31. Okay. Cap of 31, projection of 48. There you go. KD right there, projection for 47. Colin Gillespie for 44.5. There's some names for you. Jordan Poole, I got to tell you, I don't know if I feel awesome or not about Poole. He's going to take a hit with DeJounte returning, but he's got a cap of 16 with a projection of 19.8. Bjorn's at streak 4. The squad was JJ, Cade, Duran, Spida, and Chet. Should I switch to my queen, or should I buy a Fox or a Maxime with 5%? I would get Maxime. I'd rank that. I'd play Maxime, then Queen, then Fox. That's what I would do. You want to use Fox at a 24 cap, but I just don't trust him. I know he's just been so bad. I would go Bane over Nah in this one. We can look up Grimes' projection. Sure, Grimes over here. He projects for 22.7. If Embiid is out, I'd bump that up to 25. I don't know if that's helpful. I do think Chet will play at least one game. So as I mentioned, right, they're playing the Raptors tomorrow, and then I think I said it was the Pistons the next day on ESPN. So I think that's part of the reason. I think you can play. All right, CD's streak contend your streak alive lineup is we got Wemby, Jaylen Brown, Maxey, Jalen Duran, and KD. Wow. Okay. KD, that's pretty good. Do you think Alondas Williams is brutally frame-mogging DeJounte Murray points-wise, or is he too Jester Max? All right, this is a good time to remind the virgins that you're virgins. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you. 3DK was asked about Kobe Brown. I don't know if we can go to Kobe Brown this week. I think it's Will Richard here. So Kobe, he projects for 20. Wow, I didn't realize he was projecting that well. Just play Kobe. I'm not even going to look up Will Richard. Play Kobe. Yeah, you could mess around with Nikola Topic. I don't think he's going to play more than 18 minutes, though. He's looked pretty rusty. What's up, Alan? We got Alan in the chat. I don't think we could play. Yeah, it's Maxime. DJP, it's Maxime. I don't think you can play DeAndre Jordan. Like, listen, I know he don't play basketball, but that was stunning. I don't think Denny's going to play. So I don't know this for sure, but if I had to pick, I would say Denny does not play. That's my take. That's my lean. Jokic, Ant, Spider, Maxey, and Kobe. Yeah, dude, let's go. I like that. What in tarnation? What's the matter? What's the what in tarnation? Oh, because that. Amun, what do you think about the L zeros? And can you rank Maxey, Brown, Spida, and LaMelo? I think I would rank them. Let's just look at the projections. Let's just look at the projections here while I'm trying to stay on top of all of this shit. All right, so let's go. Maxey. Hold on. Maxey projects for 53. Mitchell projects for 57. I mean, okay, I guess I would just use the projections on that, especially if Embiid's back, even though, like, low-key, Maxey does better when Embiid's playing. I think I'd go Spida, Brown, Maxey, LaMelo in that order. And then the zeros, I love Alondas Williams. Alondas Williams is a great play. I think DeJounte his ceiling's a little capped, but I think they're both great plays. I tried to tell you, Consigliere. You got destroyed today, lost all the joy of playing by missing champion streak 4. Oh, that's tough. Sorry, ukulele. Yeah, Siakam's doubtful. That's right. Oh, the Hershey message. Yeah, I think Spidey's better than Brown. I mean, not for real in basketball, but they get better matchups. So I think I would. I mean, he projects 9 points better. I would rank them Renault, Jalen Green, Fox, Vukcevic. Hugo Gonzalez or Will Rich. I'd still go Will Rich. I'd go Will Rich there. I would go Will Rich. All right, I'm going to build some of my lineups. You guys cool with that? We got a little bit of time here. I got to double check underdog one more time here. Got to double check that one more time just to make sure. Was really hoping for the 78%. All right, I was really hoping for some Ty Jerome news. Or just the Memphis starting lineup in general, you know? Let's see. That's nothing yet. All right, I'm going to build some of these lineups. Let's do this. I think it's like 50-50 if Embiid plays. 50-50 if he plays. All right, let's go to my collection. Let's go to make sure we have no saved lineups. Yes. Let's build it. All right. Oh, my God. Victor Wembanyama, Alondas Williams, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Johnson. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play this. Does this look good to you guys? Okay, all right, I'm going to run that into, let's go over to So Rare. Good Lord. I know, Alan, you just mentioned DeAndre Jordan. I still don't know that those minutes are safe, man. That, you know what I'm saying? That's the first time he's fucking played all year long. So I don't know if we can trust that he's going to go, you know? If he does, cool, but I just don't know. You were asking about Jay Huff in there. I think I own a Huff, right? Huff projects for 37, but dude, they're not playing him full minutes right now. So I'm a little bit nervous about the teams that are going to play their guys like for 5 minutes. But he is big. He is big. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so I can't believe this team's not going to have Jokic or Luka on it, which is actually kind of fun that we get to play some other guys here. So we've got Wemby. We said Maxey we're playing, right? We're Jester Maxing. We're going to throw Alondas in there, which you saw that I picked up 3 of them. We're not messing around today. What did we say was Spida and Jalen Johnson? Oh, that's not going to find Spida. I don't know why I did that. There we go. Shut up, Mr. Speed, for making that happen. And then Jalen. Wow. So that's leaving 11 on the. We're just leaving 11 on the table. Is that right? We're just leaving 11 on the table. Can you do that? Wow. That's kind of wild, right? I mean, I guess we just do it. So JJ, Maxey, yeah, we just do it. All right, so I'm going to save this lineup. And I'm going to show you. I think we're going to be able to make another banger here. So let's save it. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to check real quick. I can't remember what streaks I'm on. So, all right, for champion, we're going to just on streak 2. That's kind of a bummer. For contender, we're on streak 3. So I'm going to use one of my. You know what I'm going to do? All right, first of all, let's do this. So we saved this. Let's exclude saved lineups. All right. So our next lineup could be Jokic, Maxime, Gillespie, Ant-Man, and Jaylen Brown. The other thing we could do here is go to contender. And if we ran a contender, we could go Alonda. Does this know that I have DeJounte, though? Oh, yeah, that's because DeJounte is in season. Not in season. Alondas, Maxime, Gillespie, Ant, and Jaylen Brown. What do you think the priority should be here? Should the priority be another champion team going for streak 2 or my first contender team going for streak 3? What do we think? For 3DK, I would go JB and Wells. For Fabian, I'll check that. Who is Alondas Williams? Nobody knows. That's the thing. Nobody knows. All right, CD says always prioritize champ. But what if I told? But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I don't think we can go to Khalil Ware now as they're getting healthy. They're not playing their guy. They're just not playing him enough. We need guys to be sitting for Miami in order to do it. All right, let's go back over here. All right, so what did I say this was going to be if I did the champ? So the champ was. Honestly, we have enough guys. We can do this. The champ was Jokic, Gillespie, Reneau, Ant-Man, and Brown. This didn't even use Alondas. That's kind of crazy. All right, so let's just do it. Jokic. How does it not have a Jokic-Luka team? Can we just do Jokic? Let's build our own team. Let's be our own boss. Let's throw Alondas in there. And then what do we say was Jaylen Brown? That leaves us with 40. Oh, just missing Kawhi, although he only has one game. Why? So it's really saying Maxime and Gillespie is better than Alondas and Luka? I don't think so. I like this better. Oh, I can't use Luka. Thank you. Cockbrenner is fine. I'm a little nervous that he rolled his ankle, but they said he was cleared, so he's good to go. And he's in 2 good matchups. All right, good call on the Luka thing. That's why. All right, let's get Alondas out of there. So we said, so now, whatever. So we'll use Maxime, and then we will use, who did we say 30 was? Gillespie. A lot of Anthony Gills over there. Gillespie right there. That leaves us with 1. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. All right, now if I save that lineup and now go to contender, let's see what it runs out there for me. That's going to give me Alondas. Oh, this is kind of gross. Actually, this isn't bad. All right, I'll show you what this is what it's telling me. Actually, I don't hate this, but we'll build in real time and see if we find something else we like. Okay, so we've got, let's start with Alondas here. And then we're going to go I already forgot. Okay, this one actually said Fox. Fox, we've got. It's crazy. Fox only projects for 33 with 3 freaking games this game week. Like, come on, bro. Amen. Which I do like. I think Amon has a great game week. And then we could throw LaMelo in there. And then we're going to have to get somebody in the 20s. And now they recommended Norman Powell because Norman Powell's cap is 24. I actually think that's kind of fine. I think we can do that. Norman Powell. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody that like is screaming. Oh, PJ would have been fun if we had an in-season PJ. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. There we go. Norman Powell's fine. Norman Powell's fine with 2 games. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so I still have some more stuff to build, but let's we got like 15 minutes left. So let me get to some more of your questions here. And then we will wrap up. Because, again, I don't think we're going to have enough of the news here to keep going past an hour. I'll get to some of the questions. So Devin Carter, Dust Bowl, I said, right, he projects really well. The problem is he's not going to play tonight. So I don't think he's going to play tonight anyways. So, like, Carter, like, he projects for 36, but misses one of these games. I'd say his projection is closer to 28. Let's see. We've got, you sold your Alanis too low. Sorry, 3DK. May I ask for a Hendricks projection? You may, Alan. Again, the Memphis stuff is really hard to figure, but he has a cap of 11. He projects for 22.9. Fine contender play, more challenging champion play, in my opinion. I'd go Luka over Jokic, but it's pretty close because you just get 2 games over Luka. I would take Brandon Miller here. I really like the matchups. Miller projects for 43. Porter Jr. projects for 44, but I think I'd still lean. I think I would lean Miller. Yeah, there you go. That would be sick, Gabriel. And it's probably happening sooner rather than later. I would definitely play Wells over Poole. But yeah, Zion's great, man. Zion is great. I think they have a back-to-back, right? So he's – oh, no, they don't have a back-to-back. Cap at 35, projection 42. Yeah, man. I'm going to keep building lineups here after we get to 6 p.m. Eastern. But I love Zion. Zion is excellent. Rank the 34s. You got Na, Okongwu, Barnes, Miles Turner. I mean, that's Scotty Barnes, right? Is that Scotty Barnes? Scotty Barnes by like 1 million, and it's not close. I'm assuming that's Scotty Barnes, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to look up the rest. It's Scotty Barnes. Not looking up the rest. Wemby over Luka and Jokic. No, I mean, I'll do both of these right now, but it's the same plays. I know you guys are probably just getting here. It's the same plays that we've been looking up the whole time. Like, Alondas is going to be one of the better projecting ones. So if we say less than or equal to 21, so I'll do 21. Jalen Green's the highest one, then Devin Carter, but Tristan Vucevic is after that, right? But again, I'm a little bit nervous about Vucevic. I don't trust Keyshawn George or Devin Vassell or Paul Reed, honestly. So I would rank these Jalen Green. I still would go Devin Carter next. But then I think I legit would go Paul Reed or Alondas Williams next. I think I like the upside of Alondas Williams. Somebody who's asked about Khalil Ware earlier. He projects for 27. You see, you got Jalen Wells. So I do like Jalen Wells. Okoro, I think, is fine, but I'm not excited about it. But again, I like Alondas Williams the best out of like that whole range. Just because I know he's going to play 28 to 30 minutes, you know? The rest of these guys are really just fucking guessing. Like Ryan Dunn is going to be out there a bunch, but he's just like, I don't know, man. What's he going to do, you know? Like, what's he actually going to do? If you have 3 or 4 MVPs with Hendricks, he just needs to get to like 20 points, I say. I mean, you say that, except there's a guy with a cap of 0 that could get to 30 points. But, oh, no, you don't have to apologize. You're good. Eubanks. Oh, man, Eubanks is tough, man. He projects for 10. I guess it's for contender. Anything's possible. Anything's possible, Gabriel. What do you think of Jokic, Duren, Mitchell, Mac? Yeah, man, that's a good lineup, Victor. Yeah, that's a great lineup. Javon Carter, I think, is kind of tough. I would take the under on that projection, but he's been playing a little bit more, so maybe, I don't know. Achua here is a cap of 15 with a projection of 24. I think he might get a few more minutes tonight, but I don't love it. Ace Bailey, a play with a lot. Yeah, I think so. Bailey's minutes are pretty safe. Like, he's going to play 30 regardless. He's going to cap at 23 with a projection of 34. I like that. Yep, welcome to the show, baby. Welcome to the show, Albanian Memes. It's only a good lineup for the next 3 game weeks, I know. Thoughts on Ty Jerome today? I just don't think he's going to play. The late day downgrade is pretty tough. I think if he plays, he's probably up for 24 to 25 minutes, which, like, is good. He can absolutely cook in those minutes. I'm just nervous he's not going to play. So that would be my concern. Will Suggs? Man, Jalen Suggs, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. PJ Washington projects really well. He's coming off a pretty good game. I'm a little bit nervous about it, though. I'm a little bit nervous about it. Victor's asking about Tari Eason here. We can check Tari Eason. Tari projects for 39.5. Tari projects really well. Somebody's asking Barnes versus LeBron. Barnes projects for 44. LeBron projects for 43.5. Yeah, I was going to say Eileen Scotty too. And then we have Cade over Mitchell. I think that's fine. Let's see. Cade has 2 games. He projects for 56. Mitchell, honestly, yeah, I would go. I know I would go Cade over Mitchell. I would. Dieng, I don't know if we can do. I know they're on a back-to-back. Miles Turner's been pretty bad. He only projects for 15. I don't know if we're going to see ceiling Dieng again, which is too bad. It's too bad. Just started watching. What's your opinion for DeJounte for $200, my contender? Yes, that Cade, Maxey, DeJounte. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is what I was saying. I think I like the ceiling on Alondas Williams a little bit more than I do on DeJounte, only because I just think like DeJounte's minutes will be limited a little bit more. Obviously, he's a better basketball player, but he's sharing the floor with a bunch of high-usage guys, and maybe Trey Murphy for the second game, Zion Williamson, Derek Queen, right? There's a lot of shots to go around where Alondas Williams is playing, like, he's not good, but he's going to play a ton of minutes with a bunch of other guys that also aren't good. Yeah, Harden's fine too. I don't know if we can go to Cameron, as they like to call him. Cameron's got a cap of 16 with a projection at 18.7. So it is a back-to-back. I don't know. Maybe you get lucky with that. Dillingham projects solid for his cap, but again, like, listen. So he's got a cap of 9 with a projection of 24, right? But let's go look at Chicago quickly, right? So they got Giddey, who projects for 38. Buzelis for 38. Jalen Smith for 34. Okoro. Then you got Trey Jones down here. Then it's Dillingham. And then Sexton, too. So, like, with a cap of 9, I think you can do it. I just think the minutes are a little bit wonky, and I also just don't know if the ceiling's there, but I like it more for a contender play. Christian Brown projects for 22. Not a lot of ceiling with CB. Another contender play. Ibrahim, yeah, I've been saying this the whole time. Vukovic is probably going to play, but he's only going to play like 15 to 20 minutes. They're limiting all of his minutes in Washington. The only Washington guys I like playing right now are Sharif Cooper, Will Riley, and Alondas Williams, and Anthony Gill. And then Denny, I don't like. My gut is that he is somewhat healthy, but that they're just going to rest him for a week so that he gets 100%. That there's been no reporting on that. That's just a Zakarian take. I have no idea. But my guess, the fact that he started the game, played a minute, and then they took him out, makes me think he's not good. Not good. Like, they just need to rest him. My health is projecting okay. My back is not projecting well after shoveling some snow. That's about it. All right, let's remind the people here to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, #snow. Get the snow into the chat, because we're going to give away. You know what? We're going to mess around. We're going to give away. We're going to have 2 giveaways today. We're going to have 2 giveaways because I like the people. And because I'm ending a half hour early. I would rank them in the order that you have them. Gillespie, Andrew Wiggins, and Jarris Walker. Gillespie is a smash, honestly. I know he's coming off a weird game against Portland. Against the Clippers. I think that was a tough back-to-back after playing a double overtime game against the Magic. There's no Brooks. There's no Brooks and no Devin Booker. He's going to have to play a lot. There you go. You missed last deadline and free streak. There you go. Hey, just a reminder, too. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you guys go subscribe to this, please, if you haven't done so yet? Can we go I feel like most of you have, but it's free, all right? It's free. I write this bad boy up every single day. We write up this bad boy, this little Substack that I now can't find the link to. Okay, here we go. Every day I'm hustling, as they say. But every day we write this bad boy up. We have a lot of fun with it. Let's see. Where's the actual post? Oh, there it is. This was today, right? Just like a quick read right to your email every day. It's our guy Travel Addict guy in the comments. You love to see it. I do this Monday through Friday. So go subscribe to this if you have this. See, that's what I'm doing for you. I'm giving away a second one so that you guys can go subscribe to this. Go subscribe. Thank you, Seggy Fresh. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I try to keep it light, just move through it pretty quickly, try to give you a feel for it. Sometimes it's mostly geared towards underdog, but there's so rare stuff you can take from it. And we also do some bets in there as well. So go check that out. Brunson is risky with one game, but I do think he's going to play that one game. So he's risky in the sense that you're just not getting multiple games. But I will tell you, Brunson projects for 35.8. He's got a cap of 33. I'll tell you Towns as well. Towns also projects for 38 with a cap of 33. So both playable, but there you go. DJP right there. Uses it for daily plays, travel addict guys in there. Thank you, guys. Also, if you have like some things you'd like to see in that too, feel free to shoot me a DM. I know I'm sure for you so rare bros you'd like. I'm going to try to make it both. I'm going to try to make it a little vaguer so that way it's more applicable to multiple things. Like right now, it's very underdog specific, and I would like to, whether you're in DraftKings, FanDuel, sports betting, whatever, just make it a little bit more specific. I mean, a little vague so you could use it across a bunch of different platforms. But I would go Tyler Hero over Ryan Rollins. That's me. Let me just check the projections, though, for you, Gabriel. Hero projects for 36.6. Rollins projects for 39. Rollins projects a little bit better, but I think I would lean Hero. But trust the projections, not Zakarian. A reminder, we do the NBA bit Monday through Friday. We have this show Mondays and Fridays. If you're watching on the So Rare Twitch or So Rare YouTube channel, on Fridays, we only do it on Elite Fantasy Sports. Congrats, Alan. That's huge for you, man. That's huge. That's huge for Alan. Alan needed a win, Alan needed a win, so I'm glad you got it. All right, we're going to spin this thing not once, but twice. We're going to give you guys a couple shots at winning some stuff. You'll get it by Friday. So just a reminder, if you don't get it, you're not going to get it for tonight's lock unless I'm stuck at my computer. And then maybe you'll get it tonight. Sometimes my turnaround's pretty good, but I usually do it right before the next live before lock. So we're going to spin this thing twice. Appreciate everybody hanging out. This was a fun one. It's always so weird when we only have 3 games or like 4 games to get into. Normally on Monday nights, we have this massive slate. Same thing with Fridays. So live before lock makes a ton of sense on those nights. Well, one, because it's a game week lock, but also because we have a big slate. It's always weird when we only have 3 slates. But here we go. This is going to be the giveaway number 1. And they'll be playable cards, I promise. They're not throwaways. They're usually middle of the road. Good contender plays. Here we go. SUNY 101. The SUNY 101, baby. The SUNY 101. The SUNY 101. I tell you what, before we give away the second one, we will do that. We will do these hands. We will absolutely do that. We haven't done it yet today. I don't think I'm going to sing along. I can feel myself losing my voice a little bit. But we will do these hands. And then we'll give away the second one. And then we'll get on out of here. Man, I have too many Celtics things bookmarked from my Celtics Daily Show. All right, here we go. I found it. Took a little while to get there. Hold on. No, don't start playing yet, Harry. Don't start playing yet, Harry. Did they change the Siakam tag to questionable? Siakam's doubtful. Nembhard is questionable. Siakam's doubtful. Galactic, what are you doing? Trying to mess with the show, Galactic? We're about to do these hands, and Galactic's out here. No, I'm just kidding. You're fine. All right, here. Oh, God, I have too many Twitter. Where is it? Did I just oh, my God, I just found it. And then I left because, oh, my God, because of Galactic's Q-tag thing, I just left. Now I got to find the bookmark. Oh, Galactic. Nothing but love, though, Galactic. I promise it's fine. It's fine, but I got to do a lot of scrolling now after I had it queued up. All right, here we go. Let's scroll back to it again. Let's try this one more time. You're okay, Galactic. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do this. All right, here we go.
Same hands that work the pain. Same hands I fold in prayer. 12 years and I'm still learning what it means to really care. They see me on the court at night, but that ain't all I am. From Ames to San Antonio, trying to serve a bigger plan.
Porter Jr., DJP.
These hands that give, these hands that live, more than buckets, more than wind. to every child that needs to live.
Everybody together.
That's the real gift.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Last giveaway of the night. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Suni, congrats on the first dub. See who's getting the second dub. Shoot me a DM just so I remember to send you something. Second one is going to JXNNXS6. Rolls right off the tongue. Congrats, JX. I have no idea if Sharp's playing, baby. No idea. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on with the Trailblazers. All right, y'all. Good luck out there. Enjoy the game week. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, everybody's going to be celebrating them streaks. We'll see you on Friday.